What show?
The Whitey Show, the Whitey Show.
Whitey Show.
I'm the review who loves to say son of a bitch. The same review who hates most Nintendo shit. I'm the one who calls games what they are. I even own the 360 and hate Gears of War. Guy who spends his money on games, fucking cards. Just a funny guy who became a YouTube star.
Well, the story basically starts off that this whole big battle happened and you're one of the survivors and you're basically almost dead. So after recovering, you are in this town and you must do various different missions and so on. I'll get more into that in the gameplay department. But anyway, it progresses and then you join different clans or don't join any clan and so on. And you know, I'm gonna have to be honest, I really didn't give a shit about this story. Now that's not for everybody. Some people find this very enjoyable. It's very much like a samurai type story where you have to join clans and so on. But I couldn't get into it. I didn't care about the characters. Way too many side missions for its own good. Your character doesn't talk at all. You make his own decisions, but there's no voice acting for him. So overall, I really just didn't give a shit about this story. It was just there. And some people will, and I'm not saying it's the worst story, I just didn't care at all. So the story's not going to get a very good score on my behalf. I'm one to play a lot of indie games, but these graphics really suck. I'm talking about Tenchu Z or even worse than Tenchu Z level. They are pretty damn bad, and I love Tenchu Z. The animations are about as stiff as you can possibly get. The mouth movements suck. The texture sucks. The water is laughable. This could be because I just came from big budget game reviews, but this is bad. This is bad. The Grudge on the Wii looks better than this. There's almost no good points to this game. There's about 7 models for the whole video game with different clothes on. Really, there's just nothing good. Some of the swords look unique and cool, and you know, but that's about it. Everything else in this game just looks terrible. The gameplay in this game is somewhat unique and somewhat failing. But let me hit up the good parts. There's good parts to this game. Not so much for me, but for the fans. First of all, you collect different weapons and you create them into swords. You can use spears and so on. And what's really cool, and even I found this very interesting, is that when you make a weapon, you make the stance for that weapon. So there's different stances, and each stance has obviously a different moveset. On top of that, when you do create your weapon, you can give them skills, or you can eventually level them up to make more skills for that one certain stance. And once you get that, you unlock various different things, and it comes down to customizing is a big plus in this game, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it if you're into customizing things. And the combat is not terrible, it's not great, it's just there, but with more skills it does get better, I'm not gonna lie. However, that's all that's good in the gameplay department. First of all, as I said, the combat works and it does get better as you go on, but it really starts off very sluggish and very minimal attacks, like so minimal that you can do like 3 attacks. The actual missions in these games, especially the beginning missions, are absolutely terrible. I'm talking about finding an old woman's panties and giving it back to her. Yes, it's pathetic, but it's not even the actual idea of going to get those panties. It's when you get them that these vicious crows come after you like you've just slaughtered their babies, and they rip those underwears from you, and then you fail the mission and you will have to redo it eventually. It is a pain in the fucking ass. There's also other various missions in this game that suck. Not to say every mission in this game sucks. Some are actually cool, like assassinating certain people, but overall the mission just are terrible in this game. It takes forever to get anywhere in this game. For the story to progress, you have to do so many missions in the beginning. I doubt most people who pick up this game will even want to do half of these missions. They all, or at least the majority, suck. My major fault is the atmosphere in this game is just not there. It feels like there's no spirit in this game. The music's not good. The people just feel lifeless. The environments feel lifeless. The fights aren't fun or exciting. There is nothing really great about this game. And while there's a bunch of areas to explore, they all feel lifeless in my opinion. This game it has this dreadful, boring, I just don't want to play type feeling, and I'm sorry, that's just how I feel about the gameplay. Besides the customization and some decent combat once you get some skills, this game offers almost nothing good. I'm aware this game is for a small market, so I'm not going to tell people not to buy this game. If you're a fan of these type of games where you search around and you want to live your life as a samurai and you've played the original 2, you might like this one a lot more than I did. Hell, I love Tenchu Z. Despite giving it around a 6.8 to a 7, well, it deserves that, maybe even lower. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing it, even with the faults. I can understand where you're coming from if you enjoy this game. This is a samurai simulator, and you might really enjoy it. But don't get mixed up for people who haven't played this game. This game is not anything of a sandbox game. It's basically broken up into different sections for the whole city or town or whatever you want to call it. And you get to go to these different places and do certain missions for selective few. But it really just, they're not fun to do. The story takes forever to progress. And if the only thing that's drawing you is this customization feature, then I advise you at best to rent this game before buying it. I bought this game. I feel I did not get my money's worth at all. However, there is some good things for people who like these type of games. As I mentioned before, I'm not going to mention them again, but you also have 20 different endings to unlock. This might be good for you. You might want to play this over and over again, and for that alone, the enjoyment gets a steady 5. I'm not going to give it any higher, but I'm not going to give it lower because I know what type of game this is for. And for the people who enjoy this game, go on and enjoy it. Don't even listen to this review. However, I advise people who never played Way of Samurai, who think this might be an interesting game, I advise you to rent it first. I paid $50. I feel like I didn't get my money's worth. Some will love this game forever. It's just a very, very low budget game, and it's not for everyone. I advise you to take caution while you want to pick this one up.